উপলক্ষে
A 500-meter trial run of Dhaka Metro Rail held, complete test run to begin in August, says Ubaidul Qadir. Health Services apprehends a third wave of corona due to negligence of people. Everyone urged to remain careful. A special aircraft from Bangladesh arrives in Beijing to bring Chinese corona vaccine. 5 lakh doses of vaccine to come tomorrow as gift from China. BNP wants to send Khaleda Zia abroad to speed up anti-state conspiracies, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Cutting off trees in Sarwadi Uddan stopped. 10 times more trees to be planted than the number of trees cut down, says the Minister of Liberation War Affairs. And India registers more than 3,800 deaths from coronavirus in 24 hours. Global death toll now exceeds 33,17,000. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shongit Ahmed welcoming you all to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre. Those were the headlines, and now on to the rest of the news. Trial run of Dhaka Metro Rail was held at Uttara Metro Rail Depot in the capital today. The train of 6 coaches went about 500 meters from the workshop. One of the driver of Japanese construction company Kawasaki drove the train using electricity. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Ubaidul Qadir virtually attended the inaugural function organized on the occasion at the Metro Rail Depot in Uttara. Managing Director of Dhaka Mass Transit Company MAN Siddiq, Road Transport and Highways Division Secretary Mohammad Nazrul Islam, Project Director Aftabuddin Talukdar, Japanese Ambassador to Bangladesh Ito Naoki, and JICA Chief Representative to Bangladesh Ihuo Hayekawa, among others, were present on the occasion. The Road Transport and Bridges Minister presented overall progress of the project at the function.
মেট্রো রেল এখন আর স্বপ্ন নয়, এটা বাস্তবতা। বাংলাদেশে প্রথম উড়াল মেট্রো রেল এমআরটি লাইন 6 এর নির্মাণ কাজ আর্লি কমিশনের লক্ষ্যমাত্রা অর্জনে পুরোদমে এগিয়ে চলছে। বাংলাদেশে প্রথম মেট্রো রেল নির্মাণ কাজের সার্বিক গড় অগ্রগতি 64% মতো। এমআরটি লাইন 6 এর সকল স্টেশনের নির্মাণ কাজ বিভিন্ন পর্যায়ে চলমান। ডিপোর অভ্যন্তরে রেল লাইন স্থাপনের কাজ সম্পন্ন হয়েছে। বর্তমানে ডিপোতে ফাংশনাল টেস্ট চলছে। এরই ধারাবাহিকতা আগস্ট 2021 সালের মধ্যে ভায়াডাক্টের উপরে মেইন লাইনে পারফরম্যান্স টেস্ট শুরু করা হবে।
5 lakh gifted corona vaccines from China will reach the country tomorrow dawn. A cargo aircraft of Bangladesh Air Force already took off for China to bring the vaccines, said an ISPR media release today. Meanwhile, Health Minister Dr. Zahid Malik said the process is going on to buy 4 to 5 crore vaccines from China. The Indian variant of the deadly coronavirus has been detected in the bodies of 8 people who entered the country in the past few days through Joshore border from India. Health experts have suggested that all should be careful and follow health safety guidelines to avoid the virus. They say that a huge number of people are rushing to their homes to celebrate Eid al-Fitr, causing social gatherings which may deteriorate the situation. The government introduced mass vaccination across the country to tackle the spread of the deadly virus. As many as 58,19,854 people have so far received the first dose of the vaccine, while 33,13,824 received the second dose. A researcher team of Joshore Science and Technology University has invented a low-cost cyber green technology to detect coronavirus in human body. The new technology will cost only 140 taka to detect coronavirus and will take only 90 minutes. Vice-Chancellor of Joshore Science and Technology University, Dr. Mohammad Anwar Hussain, made the announcement at a press conference on Sunday. He said they have already submitted the whole genome sequence and spike protein sequence of the new variant to GSID database after completion. Bangladesh today reported 1,230 COVID-19 cases, while the coronavirus claimed 33 lives. Directorate General of Health Services, DGHS, in its routine daily statement said that the tally of the infections has risen to 7,76,257. A total of 33 COVID-19 patients died in the last 24 hours, increasing the death toll from the pandemic to 12,005. The statement said 8.67% of the 14,184 samples collected in 24 hours were tested positive, while the infection rate was only 2.30% on February 8 this year, as during the late winter season the rate started decreasing sharply. The recovery count rose to 7,15,321 after another 3,044 patients were discharged from hospitals during the past one day. DGHS informed that in the last 24 hours, 19 people died in the Dhaka division, 7 died in Chattogram division, 1 died in Rachai division, 1 in Borishal division, 3 died in Sylhet division, and 2 died in Rangpur division. Awami League Joint General Secretary and Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said BNP wants to send Khaleda Zia abroad in order to expedite anti-state conspiracies. He said this at a program at 23 Bangabandhu Avenue in the capital to distribute Prime Minister's Eid gifts organized by Awami Motshojibi League today. The minister says BNP practices the politics of vengeance, not the Awami League.
এখন যে ষড়যন্ত্রগুলো করা হচ্ছে 7 সমুদ্র 13 নদীর পার থেকে দেশের বিরুদ্ধে যে ষড়যন্ত্র করা হচ্ছে সেই ষড়যন্ত্রগুলোকে বেগবান করার জন্য বেগম খালেদা জিয়াকে তারা আসলে বিদেশ নিয়ে যেতে চেয়েছিল, অন্য কোনো উদ্দেশ্য নয়। বেগম খালেদা জিয়া সেই নেত্রী যার দুয়ারে দেশের প্রধানমন্ত্রী জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনা গিয়ে 20-25 মিনিট দাঁড়িয়েছিল। সৌজন্যতাবশত তিনি তার ঘরের দরজা খুলেন নাই। তিনি সেই নেত্রী যিনি নিজের জন্মের তারিখ বদলে দিয়ে 15 আগস্ট মিথ্যা জন্মদিন পালন করেন। বেগম খালেদা জিয়া সেই নেত্রী যার সরকারের সময় তার জ্ঞাতসারে তার পুত্রের পরিচালনায় 21শে আগস্ট এখানে গ্রেনেড হামলা পরিচালনা করা হয়েছিল আমাদের নেত্রীকে হত্যা করার উদ্দেশ্যে। আমাদের নেত্রী জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনা সমস্ত কিছু ভুলে গিয়ে তিনি আদালত কর্তৃক জামিন না পাওয়া সত্ত্বেও মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রীর প্রশাসনিক ক্ষমতা বলে তিনি বেগম খালেদা জিয়াকে আজকে প্রায় 1.5 বছর ধরে তিনি কারাগারের বাইরে রেখেছেন। আমার প্রশ্ন, বেগম খালেদা জিয়া যদি প্রধানমন্ত্রী থাকতেন তিনি কি এই কাজটি করতেন কিনা? তিনি করতেন না। আমাদের নেত্রী সেই কাজটি করেছেন। মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেবদের অনুরোধ জানাবো, আমাদের নেত্রী প্রতিহিংসার রাজনীতি করেন না। আমাদের নেত্রী যে সহমর্মিতার সহানুভূতি প্রদর্শন করেছেন, সেদিক থেকে বিএনপি এবং খালেদা জিয়ার অনেক কিছু শেখার আছে। এখন আপনারা দেখেছেন করোনা টেস্টের রিপোর্ট বেগম খালেদা জিয়া, যে তার জন্মের তারিখ 8 মে 1946 সাল। বিয়ের রেজিস্টারে একটা জন্ম তারিখ, পাসপোর্টে একটা জন্ম তারিখ, তারপর আবার স্কুল সার্টিফিকেটে একটা জন্ম তারিখ, আবার প্রধানমন্ত্রী হওয়ার পর একটা জন্ম তারিখ, করোনার রিপোর্টে আরেক জন্ম তারিখ। আরে সঠিকটা করতে আপনারা, সেটা জনগণ জানতে চায়।
Awami Motshojibi League President, valiant freedom fighter Mohammad Saidur Rahman presided over the program. Awami League Publicity and Publication Secretary Dr. Abdus Sobhan Golab and Motshojibi League General Secretary Sheikh Ajgor Noshkor spoke during through video conference. The historic Sarwardi Uddan will see tree saplings 10 times higher than the number of trees felled during the construction of Shadhinota Stombo, says Liberation War Affairs Minister A.K.M. Muzammal Haq. He says the design of the Sarwardi Uddan may be changed following opinions of the people. The minister was speaking at a press conference at the Liberation War Ministry today. Officials of the ministry were present at the press conference. He says the government will preserve the historic places of the ground following respect to law and the court of the country and consultations with stakeholders, including urban planners. Bangladesh today handed over medicines and health protection items for the COVID-affected people of Nepal at the backdrop of deteriorating COVID situation in South Asia. Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen and Health and Family Welfare Minister Zahid Malik handed over the supplies to Nepalese Ambassador in Dhaka, Dr. Bashindhor Mishra, at a brief ceremony at State Guest House, Podda. The Foreign Minister handed over a token box of Remdesivir injection manufactured by Beximco Pharma to the ambassador as part of the 5,000 vials of Remdesivir to Nepal from SARC COVID Emergency Fund created at the instruction of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Senior Secretary of the Foreign Ministry Masood bin Momen and Health Services Division Secretary Lokman Hussain Mia were present during the handover. Agriculture Minister Dr. M. Abdur Razak said the government has taken initiatives to increase the production of Aush paddy this year. Expressing his satisfaction on completion of Boro harvest in the Hao region, the Agriculture Minister said 100% Boro harvest has been completed in the Hao region, and it is overall 64% throughout the country. The rest of the paddy will be harvested within this month. He said while exchanging views on contemporary situation of agriculture at his Secretariat office today. To achieve the target, the government has distributed necessary seeds and fertilizers free of cost among 450,000 farmers. He said the government has also distributed 15 tons of Aush seeds among 3,000 farmers to bring fallow land under Aush cultivation in Molvi Bazar district. Senior Agriculture Secretary M. Mesbaul Islam, Additional Secretary Kamal Ranjan Dash, Bangladesh Agricultural Development Corporation Chairman Dr. Amitabh Sarkar, Department of Agriculture Extension Director General M. Asadullah and Agriculture Information Services Director Kartik Chandra Chakraborty, among others, attended the meeting. And now on to international news. $3,879 fresh COVID-19 fatalities were registered in the last 24 hours in India, taking the death toll to over 250,000. Meanwhile, 329,517 new coronavirus infections were recorded in India. With the fresh cases, the total tally of COVID-19 cases in the country climbed to 2,29,91,927. Meanwhile, Brazil has now over 1,52,14,000 confirmed cases and more than 4,23,000 deaths. The United States, the worst corona-affected country in the world, has now over 3,35,15,000 confirmed cases and more than 5,96,000 deaths. Meanwhile, COVID-19 global death toll crosses 33,23,000 and more than 16 crore people have been infected globally. More than a dozen Palestinians have been killed in Israeli air raids on the besieged Gaza Strip. The Gaza Health Ministry said 20 people, including children, had been killed in the strikes. At least 65 others were wounded. Hundreds of Palestinians were wounded by Israeli forces which stormed the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in occupied East Jerusalem. Meanwhile, countries worldwide have appealed for calm after days of unrest spiraled into retaliatory attacks by Israel and Palestinians. The US, the European Union and the UK have urged Israel and the Palestinians to lower tensions as soon as possible. Nepali Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli lost a confidence vote in Parliament on Monday, the Speaker said, pitching the country into political turmoil at a time when it is battling a major second wave of coronavirus infections. Parliament Speaker Agni Shaptoka said that of 232 lawmakers present, 93 voted in favour of Oli, while 124 were against him and 15 did not vote. The confidence vote sought by Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli has been rejected. The budget session of 2021-22 of the Jatiya সংসদ will begin on June 2. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid summoned the session exercising the power bestowed upon him as per Clause 1 of Article 72 of the Constitution. Finance Minister A.H.M. Mustafa Kamal will place the budget of 2021-22 fiscal in the session and the House will pass it. Like other sessions during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Parliament session will be run maintaining health and safety guidelines. The Health Directorate has expressed apprehension of third phase of coronavirus in the country due to unawareness of the people. Director General DG of the Health Directorate A.B.M. Khurshid expressed this apprehension at a press briefing in Dhaka today. The DG of Health Directorate expressed concern over increased people's movement centering the Eid al-Fitr. He said the second wave of the coronavirus has come under control to a great extent, but people's unawareness may cause the third wave of the pandemic. Viewers, now Sehri and Iftar timings for the capital and adjoining areas. Tonight's Sehri ends at 3:49 early in the morning in Dhaka and adjoining areas, while tomorrow's Iftar will be at 6:36 in the evening. And now news on sports. Arambagh Krida Shongho beat Sheikh Jamal Dhanmondi club by 3-1 in the Bangladesh Premier League BPL football today. With this loss, Sheikh Jamal missed the chance to move to the second position of the points table. Boshundhara Kings in the top of the table with 43 points from 15 matches. Dhaka Abahoni is the second position of the table with 32 points, while Sheikh Jamal Dhanmondi is in the third from the same matches. In the second match of the day, Chattogram Abahoni defeated Sheikh Russell Krida Chokro by 2-0 at the Bangabandhu National Stadium. In the third match of the day, Bangladesh Mukti Joddha Shongshod Krida Chokro facing Saif Sporting Club now. And before we end tonight's news, another look at the headlines. A 500-meter trial run of Dhaka Metro Rail held, complete test run to begin in August, says Ubaidul Qadir. Health Services apprehends a third wave of corona due to negligence of people Everyone urged to remain careful. A special aircraft from Bangladesh arrives in Beijing to bring Chinese corona vaccine. 5 lakh doses of vaccine to come tomorrow as gift from China. BNP wants to send Khaleda Zia abroad to speed up anti-state conspiracy, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Cutting of trees in Sarwaddi Uddan stopped. 10 times more trees to be planted than number of trees cut down, says the Minister of Liberation War Affairs. And India registers more than 3,800 deaths from coronavirus in 24 hours. Global death toll now exceeds 33,17,000. And that's all from us for the moment. Our next news is at 11:30. Do join us again. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.